I still want to win my Tour de France stage because that's my big goal, what I'm still missing to also make the triple complete.
You've been up there in the sprints for a lot of years. How did the sprints itself in the World Tour Peloton change over the years?
I would say in general the sprints got way faster, so already the way to the finish is way faster. And when I started 10 years ago, it was still possible to do a 300-meter sprint and sprinting 1 against 1. And now it's all about timing and still having the kick on a super high speed.
And is it like more difficult for you to win nowadays than perhaps like 5, 6, 7 years ago?
I would say if you win now a race, you have to be in a really good shape. There's no chance to be not on 100% shape. And some years ago it was still possible because there were still riders sprinting 400 meters to go, and if you were on the right wheel you still could just pass them. So it was way more easy to win without shape some years ago than now.
Which race did you win when you weren't fully 100%?
Yeah, I would say like a race like after the Giro d'Italia 2019 in the Tour of Slovenia, the first stage. I was coming from a holiday and just three days on the bike, and you still could win a race.
Yeah. And do you sprints nowadays? You say you have to be in top shape, with also all the young guys coming in, like Olaf Kooi, Paul Meunier, even maybe 𝗪𝗂 Philipsen is still a bit young. How did you see like the new generation come up? What kind of sprinters are they, if you compare it to like your generation or the older generation when you were younger?
I think when they come up, they're already super ready. So they can climb, they can sprint, they can go in super hard races, still doing a perfect sprint. And in our days when we were young, it was super special if you could climb well. So we were arriving with 20 guys in a bunch sprint on the end, and now the sprint is always 70, 80 guys and everybody is in the top shape.
Yeah. You've been in a lot of teams the last years. Can you perhaps, and you're also new now with 𝗂𝗂 Alula, can you perhaps tell me what the differences are between all the top teams you have ridden for?
It's always a big difference if the team is going for 𝗂𝘄, like UAE was with Tadej. So there's a big focus on the 𝗂𝘄, and there's not so much space for us sprinters. So there's still space to win races and to go to the races, but it's more focused on the 𝗂𝘄 in the Tour de France. So if they can choose, we are going to win the 𝗂𝘄 or we are going to win stages, they choose definitely the 𝗂𝘄. And then, for example, now we have more riders to go for stage hunting. And it's really interesting because you have different characters, super strong riders, maybe not the big names, but you still can achieve a super good, for example, Grand Tour when you go and win 3 or 4 stages and nobody was expecting it before.
Yeah. Which kind of races will you tackle this year? What are the main highlights of your race program?
So far it's planned to go to the Giro d'Italia and to the Tour.
Okay, both them?
Yeah.
And then both for stage wins, I guess, or do you have?
No, I just go for stage wins.
Yeah, I understand, but I understand because you have won the points classification in the Giro before.
Yeah, first we go for a stage win, and then we see how the situation is.
Yeah, okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you passed halfway your career at this point.
A bit more than halfway. I have 10 years now, so
yeah, but you don't know.
Another 10 would be hard.
Yeah, you don't never know. What do you still want to achieve in the next years?
I still want to win my Tour de France stage because that's my big goal, what I'm still missing to also make the triple complete. And I think that's my main goal, but I still want to show that I'm still able to win 2 races, so I was not lucky the last 3-4 years with injuries. So I just want to have a good year without injury and just show that I'm still there to race.
What's the secret, you think, to win a stage in the Tour de France?
I mean, there's also a lot of luck within, and for me it's important to come fresh to the Tour and have no injuries before, because now the time for the preparation was always missing before. So I would love to see a full prepared season and going all in the Tour.
One nasty question, how do you think you will be fresh after a Giro in the Tour de France?
Yeah, I mean, maybe the Giro is not all the 3 weeks for myself. So if we can see that there's still good chances to go for the Tour, maybe there's a way we say, okay, we have to save a bit. But I mean, you never know how hard they race in the Giro, so maybe it's not a super hard Giro like last year. Last year was a super hard one. And I think that's a decision you have to make in the race. If you are still without any sickness or anything, you can finish the Giro, but if you feel a bit tired or a bit sick, then maybe you have to save a bit more for the rest of the season.